Watch. Justin Bieber's special onstage tribute to wife Hailey. It was time for Clayton Etchard to face the music. After a roller coaster of a season, filled with tumultuous drama and enough tears to fill a small body of water, the Bachelor and the women he sent home. Packing came face to face again for the Women Tell All special. It wasn't an easy evening for Clayton, who had to answer questions about his behavior and decision-making throughout the season. But more than that, it was a chance for the women to confront the real lightning rod of the season, Shayna. Perhaps no contestant in Bachelor history has stirred more controversy or conversation than the 29-year-old from Sycamore, Ohio. Shayna was confronted about her bizarre antics, messy manners and absolute addiction to being villainous. Perhaps unsurprisingly, those who expected Shayna to apologize were sorely disappointed. Hosted by Jesse Palmer, the Women Tell All special is always the juiciest night on the calendar of every member of Bachelor Nation. And this one more than delivered. Relive the 10 best and craziest moments from The Bachelor, Women Tell All special. And the fighting begins. It didn't take long for the daggers to start flying. After the women confronted Shayna Ankney about her behavior on the show, she called them all fake. In Bachelor lingo, there are fewer words that sting. The insinuation did not sit well with Sierra Jackson, who got heated and threw Shayna's vocabulary right back in her face. "I love how you can call us all bitches behind a screen," she said. "Call me a bitch to my king face. Call all of us bitches because you want do it. Because you are a little bitch, okay? You are a little ass bitch." Hot right out of the gate. Claire explains herself. Claire Heilig sent Bachelor Nation into a tizzy when she said she hated Clayton just hours after meeting him and was escorted out of the mansion before the first rose ceremony could even commence. Rather than apologize, however, she decided to double down. "He was entirely too soft for me," she said. "I need somebody that has some edge to them, that can handle me. He was not for me." Cassidy defends her FK buddy. Cassidy Timbrooks caused an uproar in the house after the other girls accused her of leaving a romantic interest back home to come on the show. Clayton, who caught wind of the relationship, sent her home after hearing about her friend with benefits. When the topic arose, Cassidy defended herself, saying, "I didn't have a boyfriend. I didn't have a relationship." The girls, however, maintained that Cassidy's head wasn't fully in the game. Sierra went extra hard at Cassidy, insinuating that Cassidy had plans to rekindle that relationship after the show. Cassidy, to her credit, refused to back down. "Why would I cut off casual sex for a man that I've literally never heard speak before?" she asked. "No matter how you try and spin it or say which part of it was the problem, the root of the problem that got us there was that someone thought it was wrong that I had casual sex with someone before coming on The Bachelor." Shayna and Elizabeth's rise and fall. Shayna and Elizabeth Corrigan were quick friends, and even quicker enemies. The relationship between the two fizzled fast, and Shayna attempted to explain why. "Elizabeth and I were friends on day 1, she said. Day 2, it was night and day with our friendship. It went downhill from there. She was toxic, she ignored me, she wasn't acknowledging me. If you want to be all of those things, that's fine. But don't call me your friend. Don't lie about it." The accusations didn't sit right with Elizabeth, who said Shayna got very clingy after one brief conversation. "If that is what you consider intimacy," Elizabeth contended, "I can understand why you've been so confused up to this point in your life." Yikes! Shayna takes back her apology. Unsurprisingly, Shayna was a large focus of the Women Tell All special. However, rather than using it as an opportunity to make amends, she said psych. When asked about crashing a group date during the season, and the apology that followed, Shayna said she never wanted to say sorry in the first place. "I didn't want to apologize," she admitted. "I was there for Clayton. I like Clayton. He asked me to apologize and it meant a lot to him, so I did." She was met with a chorus of boos and the other girls all calling her fake, but she remained unfazed. Shayna makes claim about Genevieve. It's safe to say that Shayna doesn't have many friends in the group, and she doesn't particularly seem to care. While sitting with Genevieve Parisi, Shayna discussed their respective eliminations. After I got eliminated, I went home. I was grieving. I couldn't sleep. I've lost weight, she said. When you get eliminated, you go home and FK Aaron, Clancy, from Katie's season. The audience and the rest of the girls erupted in gasps and screams. Genevieve denied the accusation, calling it mind-blowing. Sarah gets grilled about Clayton crying. It was the Bachelor contestant who cried wolf. After making claims that Clayton cried during their time together, Sarah Hamrick faced a group of women who vehemently disagreed with her. Sarah, however, remained steadfast. I really don't want to speak for Clayton, she said. Yes, there were instances in which he did get upset on our one-on-one. When pushed to admit if Clayton cried real human tears, she said yes. The women still didn't seem to believe her, though. Clayton battles with regret. As Clayton is asked about his biggest regrets throughout the season, Sierra used it as an opportunity to circle back to the hottest topic of the evening. Sierra asked him why he refused to listen to the overwhelming amount warning that Shayna was bad business. We hadn't built trust yet, Clayton tried explaining. I was looking to build that. But I know that comes with time. I was wanting tangible evidence. But what's more tangible than the entire house? Sierra asked. Clayton denies crying. Oh, how the tables turn. In response to Sarah's assertion that Clayton cried during their one-on-one date, the Bachelor himself denounced the entire concept. I was questioning why you would tell the other women I did that when I didn't, Clayton asked. Clearly caught in a very weird lie, Sarah attempted to say it was all just a misunderstanding. I did not say you cried to me, she said. I did not say that. Except she did. Take the L, Sarah. Sierra challenges Clayton. When asked about falling in love with so many of the women near the end of the season, Sierra pushed Clayton to explain why it was fair for him to lead so many of them on. Speaking on the fact that you fell in love with 3 women, you obviously know that we are all very close, she said. A few of us have been able to hear about what goes down and how messy it gets. Who are you to act a certain way and treat these women a certain way and subject them to this kind of behavior of yours? What did they do to deserve it? Clayton did his best to explain that sometimes the heart wants what it wants. I couldn't prep for it, he explained. I just had to go into it and react the way that I thought was appropriate. What I did, I think it's important for me to learn from it. I am learning from it. It was with no bad intentions. But my emotions come out, and unfortunately it wasn't as straightforward as I had hoped. The next episode of The Bachelor airs Tuesday, March 8th at 8 p.m. on ABC.